Another wonderful morning to you, sport fans, and welcome to Sports Update on our Sports Drive on OSBC Radio 104.5. Ilé àwùyé òkè balẹ̀ here in Osogbo. And of course, a whole lot of congratulatory messages have been pouring in for the new record holder. Talking about Toby Amusan. A whole lot of sport enthusiasts has hailed Toby Amusan for breaking a world record, and among others, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated Toby Amusan, and of course, the Minister for Youth and Sports Development in Nigeria, talking about Sunday Dare, he has as well congratulated Toby Amusan. Talking about one of the most successful sprinter, 100-meter sprinter. Talking about Usain Bolt, congratulate Amusan for breaking world record. Of course, the Super Eagles head coach, talking about Coach Gennett Rowe, as well has extended his congratulatory message to Toby Amusan as well. And of course, the NFF, AFN, talking about the AFN this time around, has not been left out. And of course, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, talking about their president this time around, Chief Tognobga Tomboka Okowa. Earlier congratulated the Golden Girl Toby Amusan compatriot Ese Brume on their spectacular podium finish at the just concluded 2022 World Athletics Championship in Oregon, United States. Of course, Okowa in a statement said it was a defining moment for his board for the solid foundation laid for a rejuvenation of athletics in Nigeria after coming on board last year. And yes, Oluwatobiloba Amusan made history after she broke the world record in quick succession at the semis and the finals of the 100-meter hurdles, setting a new world record of 12.12 seconds. While Eze Brume followed suit with an impressive 7.02 to clinch the silver in the long jump event. And the duo defied all odds to write their names and of course the name of Nigeria in the golden color. And very quickly this morning from there, let's fly to England, as England will attempt to reach the European Women's Championship final for a third time when they face a 1984 winner Sweden today in the first semi-final. And the Lioness are one of the pre-Heroes favourites. Have never won the trophy, but their performances have raised expectations that they could win a major tournament for the first time. Of course, England trashed Norway 8-0 in the group stage and reached the last four after coming from behind to beat Spain in extra time. And Sweden second in the FIFA ranking behind the United States of America, and therefore the top-ranked team at Euros 2022. Scrapped and through the semi-finals courtesy of an injury through injury time goal against Belgium. And of course, the match will take place at Sheffield United's Bremer Lane by 8 p.m. tonight. And of course, England and Sweden have faced each other in 26 times. But the Lioness have won just 3 of those fixtures and beaten 15 times. Only against Germany 21 times they suffered more defeat. And of course, the two sides have met 7 times previously in the Euros, but England have triumphed on only one occasion. And the 1-0 victory came in the second leg of the inaugural final in 1984. But you can guess what happened from there. And England were beaten on penalties. And that was the only time Sweden have lifted the trophy. And they were beaten finalists in 1987 when they were looking to defend their title against again in 1955 and 2001. And of course, from there this morning, let's quickly touch lights. Talk about some transfer stories as it stands at the moment. We understand that Cristiano Ronaldo is heading back to the United Kingdom and is set to have a face-to-face talk with a new Manchester United boss, Erik ten Hag, for the first time. Of course, Jules Koundé has agreed a 4-year deal to join Barcelona from Sevilla. Tottenham have made a move for Roma Zinca. Sinalo. And from there, Newcastle United are set to open talks with Paris Saint-Germain over Germany midfielder Julian Drexler, who could be available for in excess of £17 million. And Nottingham Forest are set to continue their busy summer of recruitment by signing Aaron Ramsey once his contract with Juventus is terminated. And Steve Cooper is also keen on bringing Stuttgart midfielder Ore Mangala to Nottingham Forest. Of course, Leeds United and Everton have been offered the chance to sign Paris Saint-Germain defender Kurzawa. And Alexis Sanchez is considering a shock move to League One with Marseille and with Inter Milan to key on getting their his wages off their book. And of course, Cesc Fabregas is set to announce his next move with the Serie B side. Como favorite to sign the former Chelsea and Arsenal midfielder. Of course, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, like I said, Cristiano is heading back to the United Kingdom and is set to have a face-to-face talks with the new Manchester United boss, Erik ten Hag, for the first time in the coming days, in which he will be asked to leave the club immediately. And of course, still with transfer stories this morning. Chelsea's move for Sevilla centre-back Jules Koundé is in danger of collapsing, with Barcelona increasingly optimistic they can land the 23-year-old France international. And of course, if Koundé does not join Chelsea will consider Villarreal's 25-year-old Spain's international Pau Torres, Inter Milan Slovakia centre-back Minas Krela, who is 27 years, and 20-year-old Croatian Jako Gravados, who is at RB Leipzig, and of course Bayern Munich, a French duo of Dayot Upamecano, who is 23 years, and Benjamin Pavard, who is 26 years, are also defensive options. And still with Chelsea this morning, Chelsea have offered German striker Timo Werner, who is 26 years, to RB Leipzig in order to beat Paris Saint-Germain to signing of France defender Nodi Mukulele, who is 24 years, from the Bundesliga club. And Chelsea are also blocking Barcelona from buying Spain defender Marcos Alonso, who is 31 years, and Cesar Azpilicueta, who is 32 years, from them because of the Spanish side's move for Jules Koundé. And quickly this morning, let's let you know that West Ham United have agreed personal terms with Italy striker Gianluca Scamacca, and the 23-year-old is set to have a medical today prior to completing a move worth of £35.5 million from Sassuolo. Because AC Milan are considering increasing their offer for Club Brugge attacking midfielder Charles De Ketelaere, who has been linked with Leeds United in order to get a deal done for the 21-year-old Belgian international. And of course, West Ham have rejected Fulham's 17.5 million euros, approximately 14.8 million pounds, to bid for France centre-back Issa Diop, who is 25 years. And Chelsea winger Hakim Ziyech is also a target for AC Milan, and the 29-year-old Moroccan wants to make a move to the Serie A side. Leon have suggested they are willing to listen to offer for 24-year-old Brazil midfielder Lucas Paqueta, who has been linked with Arsenal. And of course, Barcelona, yes, boss Xavi have told Netherlands forward Mervyn Depay, who is 28 years, he should look for another club after he signed Poland Robert Lewandowski, who is 33 years, and Brazil winger Rafinha, who is 25 years. And finally, this morning, Red Bull Salzburg have responded to Slovenia forward Benjamin Sesko, yes, who is 19 years, been linked with Manchester United by saying they want 300 million plus Bruno on social media. But Portugal midfielder Bruno Fernandes, who is 27 years, is one of the Old Trafford's key player this time around. We need to wrap up this morning. Many thanks to everyone that made this production possible. Omotayo Adebodo is my name. And until tomorrow morning, I say don't stop loving sports. Good morning.
On Osun Radio. Osun Radio.
Community radio at its best.
104.5 FM.